might have seen someone else do this before, or perhaps done it yourself once or twice. A method that can be used to self-soothe, but can seriously cause problems later on. Of course, the method I'm talking about today is headbanging. I'm Steven from Toastamac, and for today's autism video, I'm going to share with you some reasons as to why some autistic people could engage in headbanging, and then I'm going to share with you some tips on how to prevent future headbanging later on. Now, there could be multiple reasons as to why someone may choose to headbang, but for the most part, they can be categorized into 4 groups. The first one being, they could be in pain, be it either emotional pain, where they were either bullied or had a bad day, or physical, where they're in pain or discomfort. This might sound a little weird, but headbanging has been proven to be a means of diversion from the initial pain, as it releases a certain chemical throughout our bodies called endorphins, which act as an anesthesia to the body to dull the sensation. It's interesting to be sure, but I would not recommend it. Reason number 2, it could be a sensory processing issue. If an individual is feeling understimulated, then they could choose to headbang in order to stimulate the vestibular system, which is responsible for motion and sense of balance in the sensory system, to acquire the stimulation that they want. However, the opposite also applies. If an individual is feeling overstimulated, then they could proceed to headbang in order to release that extra stimulation. The point of it all is to find the right balance. But there are much better alternatives to this. We'll go over them in a bit. Reason number 3 might apply more so to children than adults. Frustration. Maybe the individual is feeling a strong emotion that they have to let out. Or perhaps they're having a difficult time articulating what they want to convey in terms of describing the frustration and could resort to physical action. It does sound kind of strange at first, doesn't it? If someone is frustrated, wouldn't the headbanging result in even more frustration? Well, according to developmental experts, they believe that the motion of rocking back and forth, which is common in headbanging, could be akin to the back and forth motion that could be felt in a mother's uterus or in the caregiver's arms during infancy. With that train of thought, it could stand to reason that someone may find comfort in this motion. But for real, don't do it! Finally, reason number 4, they could just be trying to get attention and may resort to headbanging in order to get a strong reaction and immediate attention. Sadly, this can work really well, and if not addressed appropriately, could turn into a cycle, which, trust me, you don't want that. Many parents get concerned whenever their child chooses to headbang, and they have every reason to be worried. As the years go by, if they keep doing this headbanging, turning it into a habit or a cycle, this could lead to long-term, and in some cases, permanent harm. So, if you see a child headbang, don't wait. Intervene right away. We often say this a lot here at Toastamac, but early intervention is key. The sooner you address a problem, the better off you'll be. In regards to how to stop headbanging, let's go over the 4 categories again one by one, as the answers may vary. Starting with the first reason, pain, provide alternatives for your child, such as a bed or a bunch of pillows, and also pad up the areas where you see your child headbang in order to prevent future injuries. Another idea, should you so choose, is to invest in a soft, special needs helmet designed to encase around the child's head and protect them from any potential harm. And just a quick note, if any bypassers go by and look at you and your child in a rather curious manner, don't pay them too much attention, because at the end of the day, they're not the ones taking care of your child. You are. Going back to reason number 2, sensory processing issues, the answer could vary depending on the situation. For understimulation, consider using tools like a weighted blanket, vibrating pillows, or a rocking chair, or a giant plushie, something that can give the child the stimulation they need in a safe manner. On the flip side, for overstimulation, you may want to consider noise-canceling headphones, or using a low-lit monochrome room, or even sensory toys to help to release the stimulation without hurting themselves. For more examples on sensory toys, check out Tiny Dragon's Treasure Trove, and you'll see what I mean. Moving on to reason number 3, frustration, introduce your child to techniques that will help calm them down. One of the most common techniques that I was taught when I was younger is taking deep breaths. Breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Doing so will help your child release the energy from their body in a slow and peaceful manner. Just let it flow out of their body and not trying to force it out. And while they're at it, why not have them count from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 if they want? Doing so will help them concentrate on something else other than the frustration. Combining the deep breathing and counting from 1 to 10 has helped me out countless times, and I know it will help you out as well. And finally, with reason number 4, the need for attention, this one's going to be a little tricky, as there is a specific way to go about it. You don't want to give them a strong reaction every time they headbang, because again, this could result in the headbanging becoming a cycle. But at the same time, you don't want to scold or punish them for headbanging, as this negative emotion could in fact make the situation worse than it already is. So what do we do? For starters, safety comes first. The moment you see your child begin to headbang, intervene by placing a soft object between the child and whatever it is they're banging their heads on, like a hand or a pillow, something that is soft enough to cushion the blow and prevent injuries. Next, take your child to a more quiet location if possible, as the headbanging could be a telltale sign that something else is up. And lastly, be sure to give your child the appropriate amount of positive attention when they are not headbanging, so that they know that they cannot get the results they want simply by headbanging, that instead they can get the attention they want by not headbanging. I hope you find this video helpful in terms of understanding some reasons as to why someone may choose to headbang, along with some tips on how to prevent it in the future. But of course, if you need additional assistance, don't be afraid to talk to a medical expert. See if you can talk to them before setting up an appointment, and spare no details. Remember, the more they know, the more they can help you. With that, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, but what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Got any more questions for me? Or maybe you want to share your own personal experience? Let us know in the comments section below. On that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy what you see, consider like, commenting, and subscribing to Toastamac to stay up to date in our latest videos. Also, come back near the end of the month, as I want to share a mid-year performance review that I've been meaning to share with you for a while. So, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, see you later.